Well, you guys, I've had a couple days to sit and reflect on this Anthony Davis trade, and I'm already regretting it. I'm regretting it, guys. I will tell you the truth. I don't like it. I want to go back in time. I want to undo it. Let me tell you guys a little bit about why. You know, when the trade went down and I reacted to it really quickly, I literally just picked up the camera and started recording. And I posted the video, and I was reading through the comments, and a lot of you guys were saying that we lost the trade. You know what I mean? And that didn't even cross my mind, the fact that we won or lost, because to me, I always just thought the Pelicans, in any situation, they're already winning. You know, they already know that Anthony Davis is trying hard to leave him. He's not staying past next year. And plus, with the pettiness that the Pelicans have displayed, you know, taking him out of the intro, all this little petty stuff, he was not going to put his heart into next season either. Moving him is a win for them regardless. That's how I thought of it, okay? So anything they get for him is a win, rather than just letting him walk for free. So I was thinking, they won regardless. There's no winning and losing for them. There's no way we could win or lose. But when I took a closer look at the trade, we definitely lost. Let me tell you why, okay? We gave them Lonzo, right? We gave them Brandon Ingram. We gave them Josh Hart. We gave them our 4th pick. We gave them 3 first-rounders, okay? Now, the 3 first-rounders aren't as huge as people are making it seem. They're making it seem like they're top 10 picks. They're not all top 10 picks and stuff like that. They're just first round in general. However, we see how important first-rounders can be. Look at Kyle Kuzma, right? He was 20-something, right? 27th pick in the first round, and look who he is. He was the untouchable player, right? Exactly. So those first round picks aren't just to be shelled out. We're shelling stuff out like we just don't need it. And people are saying, well, duh, it's Anthony Davis. But we just traded away our entire future. Okay, our roster is very thin now. We are in desperate need of any guard that will even entertain us. To be candid, can I be candid with you? The only point guard signed with us for next year is Isaac Bonga. Now, that's no offense to Isaac Bonga, but we need a little more. We do. We are in desperate need, and we only have enough cap space to sign one more person. And we have to get a point guard because we have no other choice. Our roster is very thin, and even if we sign Kyrie, let's say we sign Kemba or D'Lo or whoever, which blows my mind. The fact that D'Lo is even in the conversation. Imagine, we traded you away. We had you. And now we might have to spend a lot of money on getting you back. Very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. Shows we made a huge mistake. But we desperately need that position. We desperately need anybody we can get. And some people are trying to debate, should we even go for a max right now? Or should we just add a bunch of role players and shooters because we need to thicken out our bench? This shouldn't even be a problem that we are having. We shouldn't even have to decide this type of stuff, okay? We lost this trade. We lost because, to me, I'd rather take our chances in free agency, okay, than give away everybody. I think we could have gone toe-to-toe with anybody in free agency this year, period. Anybody. Name a team. Clippers, we got it. New York, they didn't even get the first pick. We got it. You know, where else was he gonna go? Where else was AD really gonna go? Wasn't it Lakers, Clippers, Knicks, Celtics was way out. It was well worth the risk to wait. It just was, to me personally. But we went ahead and pulled the trigger on it. I think, number one, the whole Paul George thing scared us into making these irrational, quick decisions. Because as far as we knew, Paul George wanted to come to our team, very much so. He really wants to play with the Lakers in LA, or he wants to play in LA somewhere. And then he stays in Oklahoma just to get beat. But where did they get beat again? Oh, it was a first round exit again? Exactly. And so I think that we were scared for that, and we're like, okay, no, let's just make sure we have him. We've had so many players in our hands, and then they slip through our fingers. But we're like, no, we need to tangibly have AD on our roster. So they made this quick fire decision. We got finessed simply because he probably would have come to our team in free agency, and we would have had most of these players that we traded away. And this has been an impending dilemma ever since we signed LeBron. Now, I don't want to turn this on LeBron or LeBron fans. However, the fact of the matter is, no matter how you want to cut or how you want to slice it, as soon as LeBron came, our future was probably already gone. Now, I said this a long time ago, and I've been saying this a lot, but We have to choose between now and the future. Now that LeBron is here, he's kind of thrown a monkey wrench in everything. We've been rebuilding, quote unquote, right? We've been rebuilding. We've gotten all these second picks in the first round, right? Traded them all away. They're all gone, by the way. Or one of them left, but all of them are gone now. We've been acquiring these pieces and we had a semblance of a young core. And then LeBron came, and I already knew we had to choose between now and the future. Now and the future. If you guys have watched this channel, you already know this conversation. We've had it a million times before. I was always leaning towards the future simply because I know after LeBron, I don't want it to be a Cavalier situation. He comes in, rah, rah, dazzle, dazzle, wins nothing, and then we're left with a wasteland. I didn't want that to happen. That looks like that's what's gonna happen. You know, I know. My worst fear has come true, Laker prophet once again. But I've always been trying to lean towards the future. Even when Kawhi, like a year ago or so, the conversation was, should the Lakers trade for Kawhi now and just get him to the team now and stuff? And I'm like, no. I don't want to trade for anybody that can come to us in free agency. At the end of the day, remember what Kobe Bryant said? We shouldn't have to beg you to play in the purple and gold, this prestigious franchise. If you want to come and play for us, you come and play for us, period. So in free agency, if Anthony Davis chooses a different team, that means he didn't want to play with us. Let's roll with our young core, add some pieces. We had 2 max slots. Do you forget that? We could have added somebody else and another person to our young core and LeBron. And just kept rolling like that. But we traded everything away for AD. It's just not the right move. I'm sorry. We lost people that are gonna be really good in the future, right? And I also wanted to bring this up really quickly. Somebody mentioned this on Twitter and somebody wanted me to talk about this as well. But it's just funny to me how I've always spoken very highly of our young core. I criticized them when need be, but I've always wanted to stick with them. I always put my trust in the young core. And you can go back to the videos. A lot of y'all disagreed with me. A lot of y'all didn't think our young core was that worthy. A lot of y'all didn't think our young core was that great. The media painted them to be an unstable young core. All that. Yeah. Go look it up. The tweets are still up. The videos are still up. You can still go look at the comments. Yeah. But it's funny how as soon as they get traded to the Pelicans, now the Pelicans are the young team to watch. They have a great young core going forward. They have great defenders in the front court. Look at Lonzo and how he can defend. I said, wait a minute, pause the phone, hold the phone, pause. When they were on the Lakers, they did not get that type of praise. And they were just on the Lakers not a couple days ago, right? Let me check my watch. A couple days ago, they were on the Lakers. And they were not getting that type of praise. In fact, they would just get criticism. That's not enough for AD. Remember the first video I made when we found out that AD wanted to come to the Lakers and about the trade and stuff like that, potential trade back then? You guys were saying they need to trade all that for AD. That's not even worth it for the Pelicans. All of a sudden, our players are on the Pelicans team and now they're the best young core ever. They have so much potential. The sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. I'm like, all right, I see how y'all do, okay? It's very funny how biased the media and fans are against the Lakers organization. It's true. Everything we do is brought to the spotlight. Everything we say is brought to the spotlight. I've never seen a team this relevant that has not made the playoffs. That's everyone's favorite line. Well, you haven't made the playoffs in the last 5-6 years. I said, yes, and we still get more news coverage than you. And y'all probably made a deep playoff run this year, right? Your favorite team. We're more relevant. We're the most relevant team in the NBA without making the playoffs for how many years? I said it before, I'll say it again. It's also evident in this whole Houston Rockets debacle. Do you know what's going on? Some of y'all might not even know. I'll fill you in because guess what? The reporters aren't. I know. But Chris Paul and James Harden aren't even talking to each other. It's a full-blown meltdown at that organization. It's horrible. Now people are regretting signing Chris Paul. All of this, nobody's talking about it like that. There was like one headline when it happened, couple, but it's done with. Nobody's really talking about it. I said, look at that. If that was the Lakers with Lonzo Ball and LeBron or something, fireworks would be going off in every other city. Everything would be alarm. The president would probably start talking about it. You see what I'm saying? I just want y'all to see how differently Lakers situations are treated, how badly they're blown up, how the whole Magic and Rob Pelinka, that got way more coverage than actual players on the team literally not even talking to each other after a deep playoff run. That is huge. That's terrible for you guys. Those are your 2 stars, right? Nobody's talking about that though. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm just saying most relevant team in the NBA by far. It's not even a question. And we haven't even been in the playoffs. We missed this year. I just thought it was really funny how the whole narrative around our young core switched so quickly. In the matter of 24 hours, we became the most exciting young team to watch and the best players. And Lonzo and Drew, that's a defensive backcourt in heaven. They're a heavenly backcourt. I said, wow, that's crazy, because I think 24 hours ago it was not the case. But you know, whatever, I'll let it go. I'm just saying, overall, I think this was just a bad decision, okay? If I were to go back and do it my way, I would have left him in New Orleans, okay? I would have played out this season. I would try to sign 1 max player this year, okay? We were 4th seed before injuries, okay? We get another max player, whoever that would have been this year. If we're able to stay healthy, we make the playoffs. We make a deep run in the playoffs, worst case scenario. That's just my thought process. Next year, we sign AD, and we're close. We're close to it, if not there. But we still have all our pieces. We still have most of our pieces. We'll still have a lot, you know what I mean? Whereas now, we gave everything up for somebody that could have been here with all of our pieces that we gave up. And it's horrible. And guess what? If we don't win, because next year is our best bet at winning, okay? The Warriors are up and out the way. Next year's our best shot. If we don't win next year, I will be confident enough to say that, yes, LeBron, it's not his fault or anything, but LeBron ruined the Lakers. Him coming, making us choose between future and now. Everyone wants to put all the assets in for now, and we don't win next year. We gave all this stuff up, all of our future up for this 1 year. I'll be very salty for the remainder of LeBron's years with us. I'll be very mad. LeBron fans may not even be able to talk to me. I will have to block you guys. I'll be very salty, very upset. It's once again not LeBron's fault himself, but that's what you get when someone like him signs with your team. You kind of have to choose the now. You kind of have to, and we did, but in the worst way, you know? And then also, I don't trust our Lakers organization to find little role players that they can develop into good players. Like the Warriors organization, they're really good at that. Like Kevon Looney, all those types of people, like Quinn Cook, they find people and they elevate them. Raptors, another prime example of people finding people and elevating them. Lakers, I don't trust them to do that. So even if we did try to sign a bunch of role players, I just don't expect them to know who to sign and have that eye for that. I don't trust you guys like that. So we're just in a rock and a hard place. Very thin roster right now. Even if we do sign a point guard, still a thin roster, no depth. I don't know what else to say, guys. I do regret this trade. Very tragic. But anyways, I want you guys to let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I want you to answer these questions. If you could go back and redo this trade, would you go through with it, yes or no? Number 2, I want every NBA fan to comment about this. I know a lot of you won't, because you guys don't like to, you know, admit that you were wrong. But what do you think about all of a sudden the Lakers' young core being portrayed as this godly core now that they're off the Lakers all of a sudden, and the way that the media portrays the Lakers and the way that you guys think of the Lakers, because you guys were not thinking about the young core like that before. I have the receipts. I have the old videos where you commented, so let me know. What do you guys think of that whole thing, okay? I want to know. I'm going to read and respond to everybody. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Check this video out if you haven't, and subscribe to the splash card right here. Tragic.